British DJs, an American voiceover. It's the Holly and Josh Show.
Exactly, it is. We have so much to talk about.
We've got so... Oh, wait, I mean, I'm not loud enough.
So much to talk about.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, I'm happy, mate. I'm happy. How are you, Harley?
I'm pretty happy, man.
Yeah.
Pretty happy.
Yeah.
Liking the hair.
Thank you.
You got bangs.
I've got... I do. He bangs. Oh, baby.
Picture going up on on our page.
Great, thank you.
In a matter of seconds.
You guys can all check out my bangs. I'm bringing back Harley because Mr. David Brown...
He loves them. He loves that, doesn't he?
Still calls you that, so...
I turn up at Rock Project and that's the first thing he says. Sometimes that's how he answers the phone.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
He answers the phone to you like that.
Yes. I'm like, no, it's Josh. He's like, oh, you're the worst part of that show.
Oh, the other one.
You're the other. You're the and.
The Harley and I guess that other guy show.
How you doing, Harley?
I'm good, man. I'm good, yeah.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
I've been up to a fair bit, really.
Yeah.
Should we go straight into it?
Let's do it, man.
Let's go into it. Okay.
Let's do it.
Cool. Why don't you tell people how you can listen to this, even though they're already listening to this?
Yeah, cool.
Whilst I upload the picture, because I can't multitask.
So people listening in, you can listen in with your ears, and also if you are not listening in, you can listen in with your ears. And also,
make it longer. I'm
find
really
yourself.
slow typer.
Get yourself down to iTunes. We have the podcast available on there, but there's also on our YouTube channel. That's the Harley and Josh Show on YouTube. All of the episodes that we've done so far are already available there. So if you have not already, please click subscribe, and you'll get loads more content and loads more new music every single week. Also, we are up on Podbean.com, which is a streaming platform, so you can get lots of different podcasts, not just our one. So that's podbean.com again /Harley and Josh Show. So check that out. If you want to keep updated with what we're doing, however, Harley and Josh Show on Facebook it's just facebook.com /Harley Josh, isn't it?
Harley and Josh Show.
It is Harley and Josh Show.
Without
the. So yeah, it's much easier to find out what's going on. And also,
to see your face, see your hair, which is now live.
Yeah, see my bangs.
See your bangs.
See my bangs. See my bangs. I can cut them from the face. So we've ended up putting some more stuff on the Facebook about what's going on during the week, what gigs are on, what we're doing. So yeah, if you want to keep updated, or just some pictures to print off and put on your dartboard and throw knives at, Facebook is the way to go.
Yeah, it's a good place to see all our various things, and obviously we'll try and share stuff that we've been talking about and stuff.
Yeah.
So I've got to talk about stuff, haven't I?
Yeah, go on, please.
Cool.
It's talk radio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I sucks because I haven't been gigging much last week, which makes me sad. Make me so sad. But I've been doing lots of studio stuff this week.
Oh, great.
It started off, I think, was it this week we rehearsed? I don't know. No, we didn't. No. However, this Saturday I went into the studio with South Andorra.
Shrubbery, right?
Into Shrubbery
South
Studios.
Andorra.
Yes, it was. Oh, it's so good. That's such a lovely studio.
Yeah. I saw the pictures.
Yeah, we had, as we mentioned, Phil Harding sort of setting up as the. He wasn't able to make the whole day. Mm-hmm. He was there for the morning and sort of making sure the mics were where we wanted it. Mm-hmm. He was getting the sound that he wanted. Yeah. We had a nice little nerdy chat about
Rick Astley,
general nerdy stuff. We didn't talk about Rick Astley. He was telling a story about when he recorded Killing Joke.
Oh, great!
Which
the comic book,
which my dad was quite proud of. The comic book.
Yeah,
it's just a lot of page turning, really. But he did it in stereo. No, my dad was quite a fan because my dad's ringtone is actually Love Like Winter.
Oh, brilliant!
Is it Love Like Winter? Love Like Blood. Oh, no.
There we go. It's fine.
Killing Joke song. So my dad was quite proud of.
Nice.
That he was something to do with that, and
cool.
So that was really cool. We had a guy called Harry and Andy. I didn't get their last names, but they were sort of assistants and engineers to sort of take the reins when Phil had to leave. Mm-hmm. But they did an awesome job and made a very relaxing recording environment because we only did 3 songs. And it was myself.
Do you remember much after when you started recording, or did you just black out? It was so relaxing, and woke up the next day just with like, no clothes. Your instruments are gone. You're like, strawberry.
I don't think you've been to the right kind of studio.
No, that's what usually happens, right? That's why I recorded most of the album at home. Because those pesky engineers
drug you and undress you.
Yeah, exactly. Feel relaxed. You're going into the session. And quick, steal the stuff, go! Run! Alright, okay, good.
Nothing to cover your embarrassment but a guitar.
No, exactly. No, leave me with that.
No, yeah, I just had an awful thought of one of those like see-through acrylic guitars.
Oh no, yeah, like the Dave Grohl PRS signature. He's just like, oh, this is covering nothing, isn't it? Just really distorted.
Squishes. No, daytime. Oh.
Yeah. Daytime radio. Come on. Anyway,
so yeah.
Other people listening to your sordid little mind.
That's how it works.
I'm calling your mind little. It's fine. So yeah, you were in there the whole day because you were with Diffley, Mr. Benjamin Diffley.
Myself, Mr. Benjamin Diffley, who was really on point.
On point, huh? He
was very professional and very just like had loads of ideas. The last track we had djembe on, and he went behind the kit and he did some stuff on the toms, and then did some stuff with some cymbals, like hands and stuff. We made a makeshift soft mallets out of toilet paper and duct tape.
Great. What's been quite good actually, so there's sort of like fabric tape, fabric tape that you kind of, it's the same kind of thing you bandage stuff up with, or fabric plasters. Like that's what Rich does. Rich Webb, who was available on webtunes.com. He would basically wrap them around his normal drumsticks a bunch of times, so that turns them into beaters if you're in a pickle or in a muddle and need some sort of soft beaters. And also if you get if your hands get irritated by drumsticks because of sweat and eczema, sometimes that can actually really help grip and also stop you from having skin reactions.
That's really cool.
Anyway,
good shout.
There we go.
Life lessons here by Mr. Loch.
Don't. There's too many L's.
Life lessons.
Lonely old Loch.
By Lonely Old Loch. When you're an old man, you should go live in the woods and
don't go into Rendlesham. You'll meet Lonely Old Loch.
But it's just like people go
up. Old girl, show you a gig. I'll play guitar for you.
I just like the thought of
action.
There's like a path where you go up to, like, I need some advice, and you go up this path and you open it.
Is it just a rusty old sign?
And it just says Lonely Old Loch.
Lonely Old Loch.
Life lessons by Lonely Old Loch, and you go and you get musical lessons.
The Lonely Old
advice.
Log Cabin.
Log Cabin. Oh, there we go. Your name is just an infinite pun, isn't it?
God, don't even start about what it rhymes with. So yeah, all right. So you had the render, the rest of the weekend.
Do you want to start that again?
No, it was perfect. What was the rest of your weekend like?
It was studio again. Yeah. So we finished Saturday. We got home in the lovely snow.
Oh.
It snowed all night, and I was actually
love snow.
Side note. We'll cut forward and then we'll cut back again because we're in a Pulp Fiction mode.
Later.
Yeah. I was talking to AJ from Sonic Artists just now, actually, before I came in from the band. I had a little chat up and catch up with where we're going and what
with Chart Attack,
what's happening with gigs, and it's looking promising.
Good.
They're really on the case. So, but he was saying, like, I said, what you're up to, and he's like, the snow's just. He said they've had 2 or 3 foot overnight.
Oh, it's mad.
I'm like, well, it's quite sunny today.
Yeah.
I was like, honestly, man, like, there's not a cloud in the sky here. And he's like, I hate you so much.
I hate you guys so much. So that's the future. He told you this
that's the
in a
future
couple of days.
As a part of the past. So
right.
we would talk. At the moment, we're at Saturday night.
Okay.
But we're talking about present day, which to Saturday night is the future.
Wait. I can't deal with all this time travel, man.
Oh, that's time travel sickness.
Yeah, got time lagged. Yeah.
So so going back Saturday night, snow was so bad, and I was supposed to go to Bentwaters the next day to go to Area 51 Studios.
Yep.
For a different session, and I was worried about what the traffic was going to be like, but woke up the next day and it was all right. It was all right. I don't know if you saw in the team chat. This is a private sort of
the
thing.
Rock project. Yeah, sorry, you guys stop listening now.
You're not allowed unless you're teachers. and if you are listening as teachers,
please keep listening.
If you are listening as teachers, then hello, thank you for supporting us mates, us great mates.
Oh, great mates.
Great mates.
No, wrong podcast.
Oh yeah, damn it. That was a Planet Broadcasting, the Weekly Planet reference. So anyone who wants to listen to two Australians do this better than what we do. So
nobody can do that better.
Yeah, no. The thing I was most excited about Sunday morning was Wood Lane in Woodbridge is now open.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is, like we've been having to take the long way round to get to Bentwaters Park.
It adds a good half hour.
Yeah, onto things. So now we can cut straight through. That's going to be great. I'm not driving currently, though, so...
It doesn't affect you.
Yeah, it doesn't affect. I'm just going to be asking people for lifts more, but yeah.
Fair. Well,
awesome. Cool.
I'm happy to now. It takes not as long.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, man. So you're doing Rock Project tonight?
Yes, I'm off to Rock Project tonight.
At the meeting place?
Yes. Let's go back in time. That's forward in time. I wonder why no one listens to our show.
Hey, whatever you're listening to, just stop throwing up for a second and listen.
Right, okay, well, I promise we will stop doing too much time travel after we go back in time.
Oh, that was my lungs. Wow.
So, anyway. Sunday we went to, where was it? Bentwaters. Yeah.
Right, good.
And I was with the guys there, the people who are sort of running the studio.
Area 51.
With Area 51 with their band. Now, it's not open.
Paul and Chris?
Yes.
The Bones.
The Bones. The Big Bone and the Little Bone.
Yeah. Did they mind you calling them that? Which one?
I think we did. I did reference to Chris as Little Bone on Sunday. Okay. And he spoke to me today, so I figured that was okay.
Okay, yeah. About it, saying no, don't do that again.
Yeah. So we recorded the band Rain Dance. We did everything apart from the drums, which is so backwards.
Oh yeah.
So
very strange.
But what we were able to...
Well, Murray was saying about this during the album. He said he would have preferred to do the vocals first at times, just to have proper guides.
I would always record a guide vocal.
Yeah.
Towards anything.
Okay.
Because when you're working with bands, often the vocal is your cues. When I talk about songs with the students and stuff when they're live playing, I said you have one eye on the drummer, one eye on the singer, because the drummer keeps you in time and the singer keeps you in the right place. Yeah. Boss eye? Is that what that means?
No, that's just when you're really awesome at looking at things.
You look better.
Boss.
Have a promotion.
Like a boss. Yeah, cool.
So we did everything apart from drums, which is alright because the keys player has, because they're working to click, the keys player has a basic drum beat to go behind the songs.
Cool.
So we just recorded a track of those drum beats in, and they are very basic.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
You can kind of get an idea, and some musicians don't work well to a click; they work better to a drum kit. So it's basically a click, but with playingness.
Yeah.
So that was already set up, and that worked out really well. So we did that. We tracked the keys parts first to the click because the keys player was also the singer. So then we put him into the vocal booth where the guitarist in the main live room and the bass player in the drum booth.
Great.
We wired them all up to headphones so they could all hear, and we recorded their parts all in one go.
Have you got some more sound treatment in there now?
Yes.
You do? Yes. We put some bass traps in?
We put some baffles in, and they've done a lot more than I thought they would, actually.
Great. How do you... So in terms of sourcing sound treatment stuff, like where do you think is a good place to find that kind of stuff?
Well, a lot of the stuff we used, the baffles we put on were handmade, homemade ones.
Cool, yeah. We
bought them off Rob from the Mementos.
Right, yeah.
He has a drum booth where he practices at home, and he soundproofed it to make it nice and quiet so he doesn't annoy the neighbours too much, but he's moving house. So he's like, well, a lot of these sound baffles aren't going to fit, and he might not even have a drum booth. He said he's probably just going to use an electric kit. So he sold them to us.
Great.
So we put them around the room. Really annoyed because we had corner pieces to as bass traps.
Right.
And they were like 1 inch too big. So we could cut them down.
Yeah, you told me about this as well. Yeah.
We could cut them down, but we're just gonna make do and we're gonna get some fresh bass traps.
Yeah, cool.
Some corner pieces.
Fresh traps.
Fresh traps, y'all.
Sounds like something you get from a hat shop. I don't know.
Yeah.
Man, where'd you get them fresh traps?
Getting fresh traps in here.
Fresh
ting. So yeah, that and that came out really well. I had the U47 clones in the vocal booth.
Cool.
We ran them through a valve compressor, and it sounded so good. Really close to the original. Double tracked the vocals. We put a few layers of backing vocals on, and it was like we were playing it back, and they're like, "Oh, it's really good." And the guitarist goes, "It doesn't sound. It's missing something. It's missing something." And I was like,
"Drums.
Would it sound better if the real drum kit?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot that." Oh, yeah. I was like, well, it can't be that far off. You didn't realise.
Yeah.
So, no, they were really happy with sort of what we can, what can be made.
And that's just as like a demo thing, because you haven't really recorded anybody there yet.
No, this is the first time we've used it. And I'm really happy with the quality of the desks.
Cool,
the preamps on the desk. It's a Mackie desk, but it's got transformer-based preamps. Rather than transistor, so it's got a real nice sound. You can drive it a little bit, and you can get a real true sound from it. It's a step up from what I'm used to, cool. And I'm really looking forward to getting a drum kit plumbed in and getting some true sounds out of that.
So have you thought about how you want to mic that up in that room? Mic the drum kit, like generic drum kit. If you think like kick, one rack, floor, hi-hat, one crash, ride. How would you mic that up in that room? Okay,
so my standard sort of thing is to have 2 mics on the kick drum, one inside, one outside, 2 mics on the snare drum, one above and one below.
Same as what we did for the album as well, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
However, fellow engineer Gavin McAnally enlightened me to putting a pencil mic on the snare drum,
right?
Just taping it to a 57 and using 2 on the top. He says you very rarely use all 3 at the same time. You kind of just pick with what works, but to have the choice is great. So I really want to try with that. We did that with the Chart Attack stuff, but only 2 mics worked. The under snare mic failed, and I felt it missed that. So I would like to sort of try it with all 3 and real play around with that. If I can, I might want to put a sub mic on the kick drum, basically a speaker. So then that picks up a lot of low end, a lot of sub.
Would you make your own sub mic, or did you get
already banged one? Already made.
You already made one.
Yeah.
Already banged one.
Already banged one.
Yeah.
Banged one up together, innit? Yeah.
Cool.
No, I made one a little while ago.
No speaker.
And it's Cool. I had a speaker at work. I think it was an 6.5-inch speaker. They classically use an NS10 speaker.
Oh, really?
That's what a lot of the studios use. But the reason why they use that is because But back in the day, they were the cheap crap that no one really wanted because they didn't sound great. They don't sound awesome.
Yeah.
So, we don't. Yeah, we'll just pull that one apart.
Pull apart an NS10.
Yeah.
Nowadays, it'd be sacrilege, wouldn't it?
They are just a weird sort of thing. They're the worst sounding speaker that everyone wants. But they seem to be the standard.
Murray always says they're honest.
Yeah.
Not bad, just honest.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so it makes you sound just as bad as you actually are.
And we in Area 51 we've got the HS10s.
Right.
HS8, sorry. Which are the sort of the modern day equivalent of the NS10s.
Murray's got those ones. I remember looking through Area 51 and seeing those and thinking, yeah, cool.
And a friend of mine, Ben Cook.
We didn't pull them apart there. No.
Ben Cook,
as in
drum teacher
of the Rock Project.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
and Stiff in the Morning, right?
And Stiff in the Morning.
Yeah.
He said he was looking to get some HS10s, and I was like, oh, I've never really used them. He's like, I think they're really good. I was like, oh, cool. Didn't think much of it because I was like, well, I'm quite happy with my Rockets.
Yeah.
And hearing these, I see why he wants them.
Yeah.
They're great sounding speakers. They've got an extended low range.
They're active as well, whereas the NS10s were passive, and you had to have a specific amp for it, right? Without having a decent amp, it's kind of useless because then you're not getting a true sound. But these have a real clear top end, a real honest top end, but you can hear all the lower frequencies, which I don't like about the NS10s. James did something with his NS10s, which you will understand and I probably won't. And when I'm describing it to you, you'll probably understand and I probably won't. Okay. But he, because they would be driving those, the amp for the NS10s quite hard. It would also be driving the speakers. So he had an engineer install a fuse on the outside. It looked like a fuse to me, but it was a little glass cylinder that when it was too they were getting overdriven, it glows.
Right.
So that you got to bring it down, otherwise you're going to blow the speaker. So if that glass thing blows, then it actually trips the electric and stops the speakers from blowing, so you don't actually waste the speakers as well.
Yeah, that's a type of capacitor.
Okay.
Yeah, it's flux based.
Right. Okay.
And they're quite common.
So just like in the DeLorean.
Yeah, no, they are. That's what is a flux capacitor.
Okay, to feed it with old.
No, they're really good. That's a really cool way of an old school way of fixing. Stuff.
I thought that was just really clever because there was a time when he or somebody else in the studio unplugged something without it being muted. And that just sent great big signal down through, down the line to the speakers, and it just started glowing, and almost exploded. It didn't, and he was just like, I don't want to lose these. These things are great.
That's it.
Cool. Do you mind if we play some music, Harley?
Let's play some music. Yeah.
A bit of an apology to make. We have no internet here, so there was some music that we wanted to play from Izzy's daughter, but were unable to. So we want to promote a good friend of ours, Ms. Polly Haynes, who now has a new single out. I couldn't get that because of the internet as well, but we do have a live version of her playing this single. This track is called I'm Fine. Check it out on her Facebook page and you can get the single now. Enjoy.
Yep.
That was Polly Haynes with I'm Fine. She has that record now. There's going to be so there's going to be on her Facebook page, on iTunes, etc. But she's got a new video of that coming out, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I shared it on my public page, but I shared it on my personal page. I'll share it on my public page at some point during the week, because I think I said this is so creepy because it's like. There's all sort of weird flashing images and kind of fast and slowiness. It looks like a real horror bit, but then the music behind it just sounds incredible, as it would with Polly.
Yeah, it's a great riff in that. And
yeah,
is it sound similar to this? Would you say
the production certainly I think is a step up,
obviously,
because it will always step up as you go.
Yeah.
It's still very much Polly. I think it's different to what she's done in the past.
Really, yeah.
But it's still very much her.
LA's changed her a bit. She's She's been like, I'm going to absorb some of this. Yeah, great. Okay, well done, Polly. So.
As
we had a bit of a time last week, didn't we?
We did indeed.
Yeah, we did. Luckily,
I forgot to talk about
crazy,
that.
Right? Because last Thursday, the Rock Project.
I don't even remember.
Right? Yeah, of course you wouldn't. Last Thursday, the Rock Project were up for an award for the Suffolk Coastal Business and Community Awards. It was crikey, I've forgotten what category we're in.
The People Development Award.
People Development Award, exactly. Yeah. And we were up against Lofty Heights and Poppy's Pantry.
Yeah.
Both great causes. We unfortunately did not win. Poppy's Pantry won,
they did indeed,
and well deserved.
Oh, certainly.
Exactly. But I do believe we won as the most embarrassing bunch.
Oh, yeah.
In the entire fancy room of Kesgrave Hall.
We walked in, were handed glasses of Prosecco.
Slow motion walk in the room.
It was like that, and we just looked around and were like, we're not really from. We're not supposed to.
Dave didn't even wear a blazer.
No,
didn't even wear a jacket.
I thought he was going to be the smartest dressed. I know the smartest dressed had to be
Tom.
Chris Last.
Chris, he did do well. He did well,
and the bow tie. Yeah,
but I don't know, that it was close between them. I've got to say that Tom looked way more tailored.
Yeah, but Tom could literally be wearing like a Reebok tracksuit and look good.
Oh, we've got to stop talking about him, haven't we? He doesn't even listen.
I think we need a jingle for the McCarthy.
Tommy and McCarthy, Tommy and McCarthy. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, but yeah, so luckily the Lockabillies were playing also, so I got to hang out with the Rock Project guys, have a whole bunch of fun around a table of 13 people.
Yes, there was a few.
And David,
Yes.
David didn't even get given, the head of the Rock Project didn't even get given a seat at the table.
No,
it's not even figuratively or literally. We sat around eating very fancy food
with our elbows tucked in.
Yes,
quite
elbows
neatly.
tucked in, using the wrong knives and forks.
Oh yeah,
and poor old Tom and poor old Raina with their tiny vegetarian dishes in comparison to our massive well, it's not so much of what they're eating, it's just the fact that they had tiny portions.
I think we had pretty small portions as well.
I don't know. Okay, no, you have a bigger stomach than I.
I'm used to big plates. Like, the plate was a big size, and there was a lot of white. You could see the bottom of the plate, and therefore,
sorry,
the fact that you could see the bottom of the plate. I feel there should.
Yeah. It's because we're musicians and we're used to like pub lunches and we'll be just like, give me the biggest thing you got. I've got 3 hours worth of playing to do.
More chips, please. Yeah.
But yeah, it was really okay. So Mick Parker and John Parker from Parker Communications were doing the audio visual, which I think did really well.
Really good job. Yeah.
There was projected images and obviously pre-recorded sound. For the introduction of the awards,
we were the only table that were dancing to the songs when the people they announced the winner.
Because we had great big QSC speakers pointed right at us.
Yes.
And Mr. Markey, I mean Gav Mac had to turn the speaker away from us because it'd be like, and here we have the award for thing goes to Poppy's Pantry. Boom, 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 boom. Oh my god! Serious like WWF intro music.
Can we start
rolling?
Can we start an a cappella dance band?
Just Gollum and the
Tourette's. And we can use the sound from like the these squeaky chairs.
Good. No, please no, because people see some robot sex over the radio. So we were sort of either side of a very large projected screen. The stage there was absolutely huge. However, it was taken up by the screen. So we ended up I ended up having about a metre squared worth of space to put my entire rig, including backline and pedals and mic and guitars. And Murray and Rich got bigger space than I because they're two people. And a drummer and a double bass player.
I guess. I did find it quite interesting how your stage was set up, actually, when you kind of moved everything on and whatever. Firstly, sound was incredible. It was really good
for us.
Yeah.
Well, that system's done me really well. The EV, ELX, and ZLX.
Yeah, they did. System. It sounded great, and you've got.
Murray has got so many scenes that he's saved for the Lockabillies now, on our desk, that it's just been so honed now.
That's it. And because you're playing in quite it's a very dead sounding room.
Yeah,
a lot of soft
star
walls,
curtains.
That
was cool. They've got a star curtain on the ceiling, guys.
Yeah,
star curtain on the ceiling. It looked well cool.
I just thought I was drunk.
Yeah, they were. I've seen stars, brah.
But so by
the end of the night, everybody was absolutely going ape doo-doo and proper dancing. I loved it. Rob Lewis.
He was dancing from the beginning.
Yeah, no, he knows he knows when you got to get your body moving.
This is a guy that
stoic gentleman.
He's had to learn how to teach people to perform because comes so naturally to him from having done it for
so long, with
20
Cloud9
years.
Hedgehogs.
Yeah. He can really sort of he just feels the music. You see him when he's teaching, when the kids are performing. He's the one that's at the back, just sort of.
Yeah, come on, guys.
He's
drawing the energy out of him.
But he's just always got a groove on. He's always feeling the music, and he can't not feel it.
Yeah. What I loved about playing to you guys, the Rock Project teachers, is you're all gigging musicians, but you all fell victim to the same thing that you roll your eyes to when you're playing to people, because there's this big group of like rowdy lads and Amber who looked fantastic coming up from there. She looked great.
Supporting the female gender in force.
In the Rock Project, exactly.
Totally.
Yeah, just giving some femininity to the whole thing. But you're all just like, play La Bamba, like play Johnny Be Good. Do this, I did that, do Sweet Home, play Freebird. I was just like, oh my god.
I would like to say I was not part of that. I was not part of that.
Hey,
and I think I could I think I know who would have been
threw them
part
all
of
under
that.
the bus. You just don't throw them under the bus live on the radio.
I know who would have done that, and I know his name.
You're doing it.
Begins with RV.
Verve.
Ravina.
All right.
Ravena.
That's his sister.
Yeah. Ravena Vandal. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah, so it was like you were the guys with the on the dance floor right until the end of the night when everybody's packing down, and it was still there. I love it. That's those are the crowds that we play for. That's what we're made for.
I was supposed to be going home with Ashley about 10:30 because he had a 6 o'clock start the next day, but he had to go before you guys had started, and I was like, I'm not.
That sucks.
So I managed to talk. Gavin's giving me a lift home.
Good old boy. Good old Gav.
So yeah, no. I tell you what the great thing about it is we could hang as teachers.
Yeah.
And not be working.
Educational.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure we forgot things that night.
Yeah. We've had in our brains for years, and we'll never be able to teach again.
Yeah. No.
The prosecco and champagne was flowing.
But to be able to hang with all the teachers out of the work area and be able to really sort of.
But in celebration, because it's an honour to be nominated for an award.
Oh yeah.
Because we weren't nominated by the Suffolk Coastal District Council.
No.
It was nominated by people that have used the Rock Project, have seen it, that is doing a good thing in the community. So yeah, well done, Dave.
Yeah.
It's that thing of we got to be able to celebrate and for it to be justifiably a big deal. Yeah. So yeah. That was cool. So that Thursday night, that was great. Just it was kind of strange not to be teaching on that day. But yeah, so sorry guys that we weren't there.
Yeah, we'll make it up to you.
I have had such a busy weekend, so I've got to crack on.
Go on.
Friday, I was with the fantastic Meg Burrows. We were her backing band. That's Murray Collins, Rich Webb, and I were her backing band, playing songs for her from her album. Songs from the Lane, which is available on Spotify, and you can hear just how just how much influence that her friends had on making that record.
Yeah.
But when you listen to it, in comparison to when you play it, because when we played it, we gave it a different vibe, obviously, because we are different players, may have the same chords, but we are different instrumentalists. So we had brought a kind of a jazzy kind of vibe to it, which was really fun. But we also debuted a new song that Meg and I wrote together on Friday at the Through Eyes Monkeys, which is called Cat Eyes. I believe. I mean, I just wrote the chords. I wrote the chords and I did the feel. Murray wrote the bass line and Rich played some drums on it.
Nice.
I think he'd only heard it once and he was like, okay, I guess I'll have a go. Yeah. And then did that.
He's good at that.
Yeah, he is good at that. He's very good at that. We'll talk about that. So that was fun. Loads of fun. Well done, Meg. Ellie Cornell and Helen Connolly.
Yes.
I think it was Ellie Cornell and Helen Connolly.
Yeah.
Both did great sets. Ellie was great because they had it was playing this Taylor acoustic with an EBow on it, and it just sounded really nice and kind of like Division Bell style Pink Floyd, but with a little bit of like folk involved in there, so a little bit of kind of Bon Iver. So that was nice. If you like that, try out Ellie Cornell. And I might as well have stayed over because Saturday, I was at the Through Eyes Monkeys again. But even before that, I had the pleasure of joining in at the Woodbridge Community Hall for the Woodbridge Community Fair.
Oh, yeah.
And it was all in support of Over the Rainbow, a charity for children that have terminal diseases or have stay-at-home care but cannot afford the equipment that comes along with that. So it was all raising money for that. Lots of vegan food, stuff like that. Apparently you're not allowed to call vegan cheese.
Gary.
What is with that?
Because it's not cheese.
But it's just, come on. Word police.
Were they calling it Gary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said when we were taking a picture, that's how I did the faux pas. They were like, all right, everybody. I was like, cheese. And they were like, no, you can't say cheese. I was like, really? Really?
Yeah. It was a brilliant story. I can't remember what it was on. I think it was some guy moaned about basically that.
It's not a real thing.
When they brought out vegan cheese into shops and into like supermarkets and stuff, They don't look at me with that skeptical eyes. You don't believe me.
No, I believe you. I don't believe that. No, it's stupid. Anyway, I want to talk about the actual event.
I want to tell my story.
Fine. Tell the story about Gary.
Basically, this guy went on YouTube and was like, "It's not cheese. Don't call it cheese. It might as well just be called Gary because it's not cheese." So then Sainsbury's, I think it was Sainsbury's, then started rebranding all their vegan cheese and calling it Gary. So now you can go and buy Gary from Sainsbury's.
Brilliant. Yeah.
There you go. It's worth it. It was worth it.
So, no, it wasn't. No, it was that thing of like, anyway, word police, don't like it. So next, I got to play, but guess who was there?
Who?
Did
you hear the
we tapped each other.
Whoa.
Sorry, I tapped that. So we ended up, I got to play for Z. One of the Rock Project students, one of the most exuberant Rock Project students we have, because he knows how to perform, and
yeah,
he really puts his heart and soul into it. But I was really, I don't know, I was tearing up. I wasn't tearing up. I was tearing up. Maybe I was, maybe I wasn't. I confess that I cry too much on this show.
You definitely do.
I do cry too much, don't I? But yeah, Z and his friends got up on stage with me, and while I was playing Her Loving, the single from the new Lockabilly's album, there's a clapping part in that song. It goes exactly, and they were joining in doing that, and it was awesome. They were up on stage dancing with me. Like it was great sound, great lights. And I could just see that they were itching to perform themselves. So I don't know. I felt like I'd been a part of them getting better as performers.
Totally,
that was really cool.
Yeah. So was this just you solo?
Just me by myself.
Nice.
Yeah, just me by myself playing the old guitar 6 strings. So yeah, we ended up finishing off that about 3. And then I've been getting the bus everywhere, so I got a bus back to my place, and then Josh Carr from Hot Tramp picked me up in his station wagon with all of his gear. Went up to the Three Wise Monkeys, listening to the new album, the new Lockabilly's album,
cool,
with him because he'd backed it on Kickstarter. So I gave him his copy so he could listen to it in the car, and it was just so much fun because I got to hang out with Sophie, Chloe, and Josh. And then got to hang out once I got there with the rest of Hot Tramp, Tom and Lewis, and Mum Jane, who was at ICR this morning. They played an absolutely blistering set. I played a blistering set because I have 2 blood blisters on my fingers right now because Darren Eldon, who usually plays bass for Goofy Dust, couldn't make the show. So I was playing bass through Josh Carr's rig, which I must say was beautiful. This gorgeous tweed Zilla cab. It's been 4x12, I think.
Good, nice.
And I think, anyway, I'll probably get it wrong. And a Fender Bassman head. And was it Bassman? Bassman?
Bassman.
Bassman, yeah.
Because it's for bass guitar, not for fish.
It's just one of the, bass fish, yeah.
Bass.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, God. You make a joke and didn't even realise what your joke was. This is what I got to work with, guys. Help. We need a Harley and not Josh show. Just 1 week, please.
Fishman.
Fishman.
Great. Anyway, so but the great thing about playing through those rigs is that it sounds like all the old recordings that you listen to of like the Doors or the Who, and you'll be playing this, we're playing vintage dirty blues music. And when I'm playing it through that rig, it was great. So fun to play with Craig, Giles, and Ben, and locking in, playing these.
Craig Charles?
Craig, Giles, and Ben. It was fun to be like, we're going to funk tonight. We're funk and soul, mate. All right. I think that's probably the best Craig Charles impression you'll ever hear.
It's the only one.
It's the only one you'll ever hear. It's a Bobby Dazzler. No, wrong guy. So ended up with really locking in on these songs that I've played on guitar a bunch of times, but not on bass. We hadn't practiced with me on bass, so I just turned up and jammed it.
Yeah.
And that was so fun. I didn't want it to end. That's the first time that I've been like at the end of a set and thought, right, okay, I'm ready to finish. But I wasn't ready to finish.
Yeah.
Most of the time at the end of a set, I've been doing that for 2 hours and I'm just like, yeah, I'm going to go chill now. If you don't mind, guys, sorry, I'm going to go. But that one, I was just like, can we stay, please? But yeah, no, it was really fun. And yeah, I got to hear Hot Tramp's new song, Demon in Me. Not Demon in Me. That would have been a bit too local. Yeah, this is an entire river. Demon in Me, and it is one of the most sing-along songs they've ever written. Really catchy, but really mean. Really mean. Like, super cool. Really loved it. So Saturday night went really well. I had a bit to drink both nights after I'd finished playing. I don't drink when I'm on stage.
No.
But yeah, by the end of it, I was a bit like, oh my God. That's the problem when you're not driving to gigs, is that you're ending up just like, oh, I can have a drink, can't I? Once you've gotten off stage. And no, that's not good. That's a bad idea, because the next day I'll be like, you're like, oh no. Because you've had a gig over before, haven't you, Harley? You don't drink. You're just knackered from playing the night before. Yeah. Especially when we're in metal bands, when you got like headbanging the neck.
Oh yeah. Oh. To be honest, I felt that Saturday night after a day of recording, even though we were only recording the 3 songs. And I said to the engineers, I said, it's weird how doing very little can be so draining of your energy. I was literally, we played 3 songs. I wasn't dancing around. You do a gig and you're dancing around, you're headbanging and whatever, and that drains your energy, and that's understandable. But for the most part, I was sitting on a sofa listening to tracks or standing in a studio playing the tracks. Yeah. But that just...
It's a slog, though.
It had killed me. It really did really just take it out of me. But, you know, that... I think it's just the concentrating, you know. So, and then you add a gig on top, and then gig over goes mad.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, Ben Diffley had been doing the session with you all day, and then came down 3 Wise Monkeys afterwards. Mm-hmm. And yeah, but he said he loved it.
Yeah, he did actually fall asleep on the way home at about, well, this was 6:15 in the van. He fell asleep, and I was driving down. I was like, I'm not going to wake him, because I think he needs this. We started at
just let him.
We started at 8:00 in the morning, so the fact he'd been doing it all day.
Where is the shrubbery again?
Bury St Edmunds.
Yeah, there we go.
So it was it was really good.
Oh, well done.
Well, thank you very much.
You made it.
We made it. Just about. I did offer my services, because
well done.
When I dropped Ben off, and Giles had just turned up to pick Ben up.
Oh, please don't want to go.
But I Giles, he said,
that was very icy though on the load in and stuff. Was it icy for you at the shrubbery?
It was just the snow wasn't icy by that point, so it wasn't too bad. But I did say to Giles, he said that you were a bass player down. I said, well, let me know. I'm up for jumping on it. And he's like, no, I think Josh wants to play some bass tonight. I was like,
well, I mean, fair. Yeah, like Darren ended up having a gig cancelled, unfortunately, bless him. So they found out he was, and said, Darren's already playing bass. Josh will already picked me up at this point with my bass rig. And I was like, sorry, guys. I mean, I don't really want to turn around now. Be like, sorry, Josh, take me back home again, please. Yeah. But anyway, so yeah, we had a little. I'm having a bit of a rant moment. All right,
get ready. Please do, because I mean,
you're behind me on this one.
I'm right next to you on this one.
Good. On the front. Just looking through the gig list on Facebook and seeing so many bands or venues not naming their events properly. If you really want people to come to your gigs, name your event properly.
Please.
Every single time that I'm playing a show, it's always JS and the Lockabillys at venue. Yep. Or with other people. It's got to be the band names in this. I've had this problem over the weekend. One of the events that we played was not named correctly, and it literally was just like the name of the event or the venue, not the bands that were playing, and that annoyed me. So if you're in a band or you are a venue, name your Facebook event. Don't name it sort of like 24th of March, Duke of York, or 23rd of March, the Black Horse. Name it your band and the venue, because people that don't like your page or have not liked your page yet do not know what's going on. So sort it out.
Because you've got friends, you will invite your friend to a gig and it says Duke of York, and they'll go, well, who's that?
What's going on at the Duke of York? And also, like, you know, it pops up in people's calendars, and if somebody's looking through their calendar trying to plan things and all they can see is Duke of York written down there, what they're going to be like? They're like,
if they have to click on an event to see who's playing what, who's playing where, or to see where someone is playing, because it happened, like, you've
lost an audience.
Some venues will just put the name of the band and not write where they're playing, and it's it's such a simple thing to do. Keep it short, and that's the problem with Oddball and the Shifty Twins is to put our band name in a event title is very long, so it always says Oddball and the Shifty ...
Oddball.
So we didn't really think about through. So sometimes we write.
You can just put Oddball.
Yeah,
that's great. Yeah, that's good.
OATST.
Right, so we got some gigs to actually promote. I'll stop moaning now. Josh's
rant section. I did actually do a jingle for that like ages ago.
Yeah, I did.
Never used it.
It just goes off on one.
Yeah.
So right. Let's think about this. So we've got March 23rd at 6:30. That is the Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 6:30. That's Smart Alex. Shark. What is that? Shark Burley.
Shark Party.
Crikey, Harley.
Don't ever get me to write stuff down. You were telling me to write things down, and as I was doing this, I'm like, this is.
I should have told her that. So the Smokehouse. They do put 2 M's in Smokehouse. I love it. Paper Champ and Con Party. If you like your hardcore and punk, get down here March 23rd at the Smokehouse from 6:30. It's £3 in. So also Thursday the 22nd. I'm reading it. I haven't got my glasses on, so it's slightly my own fault. Girl in a Gale. Was that?
I don't think that'd help.
No. Okay. Okay, I'll get my sort of past glasses on. Oh God, time travel again. Oh God. Right. Girl in a Gale and Alistair Wilson are going to be here at the Smokehouse. That's electronica, modular electronica style stuff. So if you're up for that, a little bit of soundscaping, come down Thursday. Our good mate Rob Lewis, second mention today. Last Gunfighter will be at the Grand Central on the 24th, so that is Saturday. And that will be great because he's also good with, like, I don't know, I shouldn't say this, but he's good with requests.
Yes. You've put him in it now.
I know, I feel slightly
People are going to go and ask him to play Freebird and all the songs that you were moaning that everyone was asking you to play last week.
So yeah, he's going to be like, oh man. Connor Adams, he's got a new EP out. Congratulations, dude. Open My Eyes, it's called. That's available on all of the platforms, iTunes and Spotify, etc. And I believe, now I can't find this because the internet's been going down, he does have an event this weekend. Nick Keeble will be playing with him.
Nice, good.
Where is this? Where is this event? I need to find out where this event is. But it's at Cult Bar, Ipswich, 27th of April. All right, okay. I was led to believe that it was actually this weekend, but keep your eyes peeled on that one.
Yes.
Connor Adams. But yeah, he's been doing lots of work with IEM and Sam Robson.
He has, yeah. They've been posting loads of videos of them sort of travelling in their cars and
having
blowing
lots of fun. Kids' minds.
Yeah,
it's great.
I have got an event this weekend that I want to promote.
Go on.
I won't be playing, but I'm going to be doing sound down at the Alex in Felixstowe for Reb Kappa.
Reb Kappa, I know that name.
She's going to be doing a single release, an album preview for the loving Alex people and anyone who goes along. I believe it's a free gig.
So can anybody go, or is it just people called Alex?
Just people called Alex.
Oh,
yeah.
Really narrowed
market down. No, there will be Alex Lyson from Rush. He'll be there.
Good.
I can't think of anyone else famous.
No. Alex, I can think of Alex Burlinson, my friend Alex.
Yeah, he'll be there. He'll be there. Alex Fox, journalist. She's going to be there.
Good.
Yeah, no, that's. I think that's all that's going to be there, really. Alex Turner from Arctic Monkeys. Which is. We've got roughly 36 seconds to name as many people called Alex as we've got.
No more. Okay, I do have a show this weekend. We're going to be at the... Oh, come on. We're doing a little sort of fundraiser thing at the Wickham Market Football Club. They're raising some money just so that they can keep the place open. And I know some of the people that work there, so yeah.
Nice.
Come on out to that at Wickham Market on Saturday night. It's just a duo thing. It's going to be a short little thing. Just a little hello, goodbye kind of thing. And also, 25th, we are going to be playing we being Gooferdust once again. If you didn't get to catch us last week, so we'll be here at the Shamrock this Sunday night. So check that out. Anything more to add, Harley, old bean? Speaking of bean, check us out on Podbean, guys.
Oh yeah. Go tell people you're listening to us, because otherwise people stop listening when we tell people we're listening to us. Also, we're really listening to us. That's about it, really.
That's it.
Oh yeah, no, that'll be.
Oh yeah, and pre-order the Lockabilly's album.
Oh yeah, please do that. Do that. It's now available because that wasn't last week. So
like and subscribe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. You think about it, squirrels make really good pets. It's the Harley and Josh show on iRadio.